Good evening, campers, and welcome back to Surviving Mars. I am Commander Exorcist, and this is Bristol Colony, Episode 7. And I am conflicted because in the last episode, I sped up the clock a little bit, moved us forward so that we could get a couple of things done. And I had the intention of continuing the series kind of like that, but I've decided that I think what I'm going to do is keep everything on standard play and address the speed as it comes along. So if there's something that happens that kind of requires us to speed things up, we will do that. We'll make strategic decisions. So what I'm saying, what I think I'm getting to say is that we're not going to be restricted in our time control. But I think in general, we're going to be playing on normal time control. So it is Sol 34. We have raised the temperature of Mars by 7.29%. We should get our first indicator of atmospheric changes. We won't see that until approximately Sol 20, or maybe it'd be 25%. So we'll most likely build some more of these greenhouse gas factories. But one of the issues that I need to address here is a mistake that I've made. And that's putting these things far too close to each other. And it's affecting our productivity, or our water production. So we have two prefabs of evaporators. I want to make sure. Crop failure reported. Well, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense because we don't have the best selection of farmers support over there. I want to check real quick and see. I just want to make sure I'm not missing. All right, so I have the capability to build more evaporators. And I know this might be difficult to watch, but here we go. Okay. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to build a special construct. We need to wait on the evaporator to be removed. But we are going to build kind of an extension. And we need to get the evaporators away from each other. That's the problem. Right. And so what we'll do here is we've already got a prefab. So that should be a good location. We will extend our pipe system out here. Although it's not as straight and neat as I would like it to be. Let's cancel that one. Because I have kind of a vision in mind. Too close. Oh man, that is so close. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. I'm trying to make it somewhat aesthetically pleasing because, yeah, we are surviving, but it's important for us to at least make it look good at this point. I mean, we're not dying So, and look, we're already back up to the water production that we need it to be. So, water production is balanced, and it won't be long before we've got mega storage. Like, eventually we'll start to unlock different technology to allow us to improve our storage capabilities. So the crop failure is kind of affecting my mood there. Let's get rid of that. All right. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing here. So we're going to put some piping here. And the same here. I'm going to put our evaporator here, which will allow us to do some more work. Whoops. Not what I wanted. Ah. It canceled the whole thing. Okay. Let's start over. Okay. There we go. And let's lay down some power cables. Yeah. And that actually should, yeah, and that's already improved our water production. So yeah, that was a design mistake that yours truly made. I'm sorry for that. It's just, I was in the habit in the last episode of kind of sticking everything together and really didn't pay attention to the fact that the evaporators were a little bit close, a little bit too close to each other. Because now we've gained back a lot of that production capability. Rare metals export. Excellent. Looking good. We've got metals production here. Rare metals production there. 1.9. I mean, that's okay. I've seen better. Oh. We've got some kind of impact coming. Look at that. Oh, so close to the colony. That's why we have the early warning system to help us out. All right, we're almost done with our next research. Vacant residency slots. So we've got plenty of opportunities for people to come to Mars. I'm going to check here in a moment and see what our science looks like. So we've got one spot for a scientist there. The little garden decoration in the middle is always fun. So looking good. We're looking good. We're we're still waiting on our evaporator here to get its power running, but once it does, we'll be back up to doing well with our water. Our power generation's looking good. We've got our train. Our dome's connected basically by the train. And yeah, so a couple of things that over time we'll start doing more of the movements and realignments like we did with the water evaporators and the fuel tanks, the fuel refineries. Eventually, we'll have the technology and the capability to essentially wipe this out. So we won't have as many of these giant turbines standing around taking up the skyline. And then, of course, one of our penultimate goals is a dome up on the ridge. Kind of our capital, I guess you could say. So, all right. Oh, so okay. I was wondering about that. It didn't show me that I didn't have the technology, but apparently we don't have the technology to build more evaporators. And I don't really want to spend any more of my funding at the moment to bring any more evaporators to Mars. So we're going to wait.
Complete.
Utility crops are done. Excellent. Oh, wow. We've got access to the medical spire. Cool. So, yeah, we'll leave that where it's at, because we're going to need more applicants. Scientists, engineers, because we do get a finite amount of the type until it kind of refreshes. Today's music choice is Quantum Sonics, one of the Surviving Mars radio stations that you can tune into while playing the game. So we're listening to Quantum Sonics. And if you like this kind of content, if you like Let's Plays, we are going to continue on building Bristol Colony and seeing what happens to our fledgling little city. So if you like this content, like and subscribe, do all the fun YouTube stuff, and leave a comment below. Any ideas, things you'd like to see us do or try? Do you like Surviving Mars? Have you played it? I got to be honest, I picked it up on a whim, and I heard nothing but good things. So this is a game that I don't hear much criticism for. Obviously, it gets criticism like most other games. It's I've heard people criticize the graphics, but I mean, it's a Martian city builder, and it looks gorgeous. So I think some people are a little overzealous when it comes to that stuff. But yeah, so if you like this stuff, like and subscribe. We're going to keep going, keep doing what we do. So how close are we there? So we've got 2 back. All right, I want to make sure that we're, well,
Sector scanned.
I just kind of want to make it even. I don't want to get too close to the train. Well, let's do it. Oh, that would be way too close to the train. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, that's kind of a neat location. Just kind of randomly by that rock pile. You know, I'm sure that the residents of these apartment complexes... Actually, let's take a look here. Let's see. On the windowsill. Oh, we can actually go inside this model here. So on the windowsill of the apartment complex, what does it look like? Oh, yeah. I think they'll be totally fine with having smokestacks outside their windows. I mean, they have Mars outside their windows. You really can't complain too much about the view. So if we've got 2 more GHG factories going up, that's awesome. And that one's going to require about 30 metals. Which reminds me, where's our gatherer at? Here we go. So we need to get our rover out here. All right, let's get our collector out there, and then we've got. Oh, that's right. Our explorer is destroyed or damaged, basically, out in the middle of nowhere. There it is. So, waiting for repairs. Oh, never mind. We know. So we're going to. This rover's being destroyed. And this one we're going to rename as RC Explorer. And we have a couple of anomalies. And we need them. We need that thing to take off and research, because anomalies give us power. Scientific power, that is. So I'd like to probably do, I think we'll do 2 more. So 2 more evaporators, maybe 1, and then another one of these kind of arm things that stretches out. Okay. And also, let's see here. I had planned to build Moxies, but remember we got hit with a storm, so we had to put that on hold. So let's build a Moxie here and a Moxie there. And that should hopefully those will connect to the network. Okay. And they're not expensive at all. I mean, although I'm not seeing any metals being delivered to any of our pending GHG sites. Where are we producing metals? Here? Okay. Okay. How's our science build? Alright, so let's go ahead and order a passenger rocket. Who do we have here? Scientists, engineers. Hold on. Let me go back. Do I have a security center? I don't think I do. No, so I don't need officers yet. So no officers. Definitely need engineers. No tourists. We'll take engineers. No specialization is fine. And Exodus is on its way back to the Red Planet, bringing a mixture of botanists, scientists, and engineers, and a couple of people with no specialty who, by the way, should be working in places like the grocery or the diner, but they'll probably end up over here in the polymer factory. Yeah. Morning and active work shift. Okay. So we've got metals out here. Yeah. So I'm guessing we need to wait on our collector rover here to get back with metals before a lot of this stuff goes up. Okay. I'll do O2 tanks look over there. Okay. So we can do one there. All right. So again, we're just kind of waiting.
Research complete.
Ah. 0G space computing. All right, I guess we're going to go ahead and start researching the larger train stations. We will need them. It was that anomaly that put us over. Nice. All right, so there's been a few deliveries here. We've got concrete coming and metals. Yeah. So we've got a few things that are showing up, and we should have 2 more GHG factories. Wow, look at all the fuel that's being stored in that trade station. To settle, everything's a high priority. I mean, at this point, pretty much everything needs to be high priority maintenance. Because, I mean, if it's not high priority, these drones will just leave it alone. I mean, things will rot. And it's kind of crazy how their sense of priority is just non-existent. It's either on or off. Looking good there. And one of the big things we're going to do... See, we got one here, I bet. Oh, metals. We got 71 metals, and we're having things break down because of metal needs. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I think I like the slow and steady pace of building the colony, because you guys kind of get to see all the choices that are made. And just like I do with Stellaris, sometimes slowing things down can make the choices more meaningful. There's more of an opportunity to react to things when they happen. Plus, there's a lot of time to plan. A lot of times to plan things. So I really like the new setup for the water evaporators. There's a nice shot of Bristol Colony. Look how far we have come. I mean, this was just our dome over here when we got started, and we expanded out here. Then we started with the first train on Mars, and this was all like just desert. This was all land that hadn't been utilized, and we kind of built our support structure here. We're still in the middle of it, so we've got water, we got fuel, water, and we're going to build additional water. And these areas I'm reserving for storage eventually, and then we have Moxies that are going to go up on the other side. So we're going to focus heavily on life support on that other side. So we've got a little bit left on that concrete deposit. Exodus is 54% of its journey to Mars. Ooh, we're close. Close to getting our next GHG factory. We've got one more metal to be delivered. And recently our rover just finished. Oh, it just arrived to start dropping off metals. So that's going to probably put us over. And there goes our GHG factory. So that will put us at 5. Ultimately, we'll have 6 once we're, hopefully by the end of the episode, I'm sure. But we'll have 6 at the end, so that is really good. And we've got 3 water tanks now that are down. So they won't register. So when storage tanks go down, they don't register as a loss to storage capacity. However, they won't function. So if we were to lose our water generation capabilities, we would not be able to tap into that storage capacity. Let's see here. We got one there. Yep. Oh, and the machine parts factory needs them as well. So let's order a supply pod. Really? Only 10? That is not worth it.
Anomaly analyzed.
So how are we looking on our science? Oh, cool. So we're about to double our storage capacity. That'll be nice. And our next GHG factory is online. Already seeing a difference. 1.3% per sol. We've got plenty of fuel to run these things. And plenty of power to run them as well. We're just in dire need of maintenance. And I'm going to try to avoid bringing a cargo rocket to the planet as much as possible. Ooh, so it was taking that to the Moxie, but it realized the moisture evaporator was getting close to needing maintenance. So that's really good. I was wondering if we needed another drone controller over there, but I think we're good.
Resources are low.
I know they're low. I mean, we're producing 8 per sol, but we probably need much more than that to sustain ourselves. Let's see here. Machine parts maintenance. Yeah. Okay. And metals consumption is 9. We've got, well, that counts for the construction as well, not just the regular maintenance that we're doing across the map. So we'll have to see. But still 1 out of 15. 2 out of 4. Here comes number 3. And yeah, I'm taking a lot of concrete to the station at this point. But we're really not in a hurt. We're not hurting for oxygen either. So a lot of this stuff is just kind of reinforcing our life support system. So we're at 9.71, looking good. I always like seeing that number go up. And as it gets larger, we will start to see different things happening on the planet's surface. So how does this look here? Okay, so they won't line up. Oh, come on. Yeah, I could stack them on top of each other like that. Okay. Might be something to consider in the future. There goes our Moxie. Excellent. So, our rocket is here. Oh, we've got a number of things coming down. So, wow. I think this could be the first time we've really struggled with maintenance for some of this stuff. Well, here's that drone. I wish I knew what happened to our little Mr. Handy here. It's just kind of odd that he up and died. Okay, so that Moxie is not connected. So let's go ahead and throw some pipe work together. There we go. Does it need 2 pipes? No. Does it look better with 2 pipes? Yes.
New colonists have arrived.
All right. Welcome, everyone. Are you guys heading to the polymer plant? Oh, you're just heading to that door. Okay. You guys all can't use the same doorway. Welcome to Mars, everybody. Happy to have you here. Welcome to Bristol. There's a lot of people here. There are currently 72 colonists. So find yourself a nice house. What's up, Chad? And we've got our RC Explorer. And there it is, heading up to analyze that anomaly. So good there. So let's go back and see how we're doing over here. What do we got? A little bit of research there, a little bit of research here. So not a significant boost to our research. Oh, we're 3 hours away from... What about our... We still got 1.1 there. Metals. We're still extracting 4. So far below our colony consumption. But we have our options. Just trying to look around here and see if there were any metals deposits that we could exploit, but I'm not seeing anything. I mean, aside from that, but I mean that's quite a trip away from the colony. We'd almost need shuttles, or I mean, maybe we could build a transit system out that way, but that's a pretty lengthy trip. And I wonder if the colonists would suffer a morale deficiency with a journey that long.
Sector scanned.
So that gave us
Research complete.
Storage compression. Okay. So let's go with that. Gonna work our way down the tree, because we need to boost our capabilities. So we've got one here. Metals. All right. Have to work on that. 3 out of 4 metals there. And that should have boosted. Yep, it did. It doubled our, it boosted our storage a little bit. So, and we've got tanks that are just not working over here. So that's probably affecting our numbers. So we've got growing water numbers. How are we looking over here? So we're starting to see some metals delivered to the next GHG factory. We're 1 metal away from having a brand new Moxie. So we've finally got some maintenance heading to the oxygen tanks. I actually never looked down in one of these. Oh. Okay.
Anomaly analyzed.
So we got new technologies. What is that? Anything interesting? Not at the moment. So we've got our subsurface heaters researching, 20 hours away. So that's good. We finally got some maintenance coming to the oxygen tanks. That's good as well. How's refuel going? Yep, refueling's done. Wow, I remember when the colony first started, we had to sit and wait forever for the rockets to be refueled. And now we wait on the resources to be loaded so that we can take them back to Earth and sell them. And we wait on the foodstuffs to be unloaded so the rocket can take off. All right. We need food. And all right, so no tourists and no officers. Engineers, botanists, scientists. There we go. Now Genesis is on its way. Well, we're going to need people to run the farms. We're going to need people to do research. And then folks to run places like the space bar. We still don't have anybody over here working in the in the diner or any of the stuff that's like right there. To 5. And part of the issue is that resources are so spread out. We've got the resources we need. They're just not over here where we can access them, which is why a lot of our stuff is starting to break down. And if we get into dire straits, I'll look at some alternatives. But at the moment, nothing critical has gone down. We lost a few solar panels, which is okay. I plan to get rid of those anyway. So I'm not too worried about losing some solar panels. Now I am worried about losing stuff like the Stirling generators, which I wonder. Let's just go ahead and get rid of these, because we're starting to lose them and we're not noticing a big difference. There we go. Nice resource reclamation. Hey, and our Moxie's done. Excellent. So let's put some pipes together. There we go. That should definitely boost our oxygen production. Okay. And eventually, which I may start very soon, I'm going to replace a lot of these turbines with these larger wind turbines. They produce twice as much power, which means we don't need as many of them. And so it's roughly 30. It's roughly 30 power right there. So if we need... So that needs machine parts for regular maintenance. Still waiting on that GHG factory to go up. We're actually going to make that a high priority. Because I'm tired of waiting on it to go up. There goes one of the pipes, which should be enough to get it attached to the network. And there we go. Increase to our O2 production. Not that we really needed it, but every little bit helps. Water production is looking good, as long as we stay above what we need. And we've placed our GHG factory on a higher status, and we've got maintenance completed on our water tanks, or water NO2 tanks. Okay. So Sol 38. Seeing a nice increase in the Martian temperature. Our production is still a little lopsided. So it would be a single station right there, which would run. So we'd most likely put it there, and it'll run over to that metals extractor. And I just kind of wish I had access to the shuttle hub, because that would make this so much easier. Oh, we are very close. 1 hour and we'll have our subsurface heating done. It's another technology in under our tool belt.
Research complete.
All right. Subsurface heater is complete. Sometimes these open up new low G turbines. We will take it. Oh, we're already halfway on that. So RC Explorer, where is it? Scan that one. And I think that's all at the moment. So How far out does this stretch? So I need a drone controller here on the edge where this prefab. How much is here? So there's not much, but the quality's high. Okay. So somebody is going to have to come way out here and build a drone hub. And then we might have enough to get to to the other side. Because if we built a station here, yeah, that'll go right by it. Good. So that was good. That's good positioning. Problem is that we just don't have enough geologists at the moment working on our current metals extraction. So this drone hub will greatly expand our reach, though. So we're going to send some power out there. Ooh. It might be brave. It might be stupid. It might be the biggest mistake we've made, but we're going to give it a try as Bristol seeks to reach out. Oh, nowhere near. So we're going to need another drone hub, most likely, to reach that deposit. Wow. Ah, our next GHG is done. Currently, but it's not online. They're bringing fuel. What are we doing over here? I want all shifts open. Not that we have enough people to fill them, but pretty soon we're going to have more botanists. Genesis is 94% here, and we have almost nothing loaded in our rocket. I think we're just going to have to bring a rocket filled with geologists. So once we're done unloading this rocket, just order a rocket filled with geologists so they can go out, they can run the metals extractor and the precious metals extractor, because that's really what we need. So we are 1.5% per sol. We've got 6 GHGs running. So, and this is not wasted in any capacity. This is a very, very important part of building the future of our city on Mars. And look at our city. Look at how much it has grown. And we are now branching out into some of the deeper parts of the Red Planet. Who knows what kind of mysteries are waiting on us out there. And Genesis is here. I'm going to sit and watch it from super high up. I'm glad that we were able to get the new GHGs online, and we were able to fix...
Complete.
we were able to fix the the water evaporators. That was a really important thing that I wanted to make sure that I got done in today's episode, so that we could optimize our life support productivity, which we don't need this. And this one. Which I'm guessing. Guess it must be waiting on food. We got plenty of food that still needs to be unloaded, and I really need this rocket to get out of here because I need to order geologists. I mean, kind of sounds like I'm ordering a pizza, but geologists are in high demand. See, there we go. Just a little bit has helped. So, I mean, we're still, it's showing us only producing 4, but I'm sure that that's from the last sol. So we'll have to wait on to see how things have been going with the new set. And then we got, we've still got a low production set. We're 1.K for our
Anomaly analyzed.
Ooh.
There's more to the back.
What do we got here? Sustainable architecture. And we need drone hubs. It's hard to believe that even that with everything we've done, we still don't have the technology to make these things. Like, we're completely dependent on prefabs in order to get any of those drone hubs sent out to us. So that's a little bit crazy, to be honest. Oh, and once again, this guy is done. So I'm assuming that's got resources that can be picked up by the collector. I'm starting to wonder if our colony is getting big enough to where it might be worth purchasing another collector. Oh, and we have unlocked the medium dome, which will be going up here once we've reached another milestone that I have in mind. And let's see here. Are we researching it? No. So we will not be researching, we will not be moving into the medium dome until we have researched archaeology. And that will give us access to the massive apartment complex spire. So it's a spire that actually sticks out of one of the domes. And so I want that to kind of be one of our crowning achievements for the colony. So we won't be building a medium dome at the moment, because I like our first dome up on the hill to kind of be the one that's got the archaeology. I believe that's how it's said. Spire sticking out of it. So, and we took down those solar panels. So those old solar panels that were there, we took those down, and nobody misses them. Like it's like they were never even there. Okay. How are we doing over here? Looks like we're almost done with the cable line out here to It's already needing service. So this should be the last one to get it online, I would think. Really? Is that just going to be that tiny little spot? It is. It's just going to be that tiny little spot. So we've kind of reached the end, but we're going to stick around for another minute or so until our little rover friend gets down here and turns on our drone hub. I mean, this building a power cable out here in the middle of nowhere, I guess, is a little bit of a challenge. There he goes. Yes, and we have power out here in the middle of nowhere. And so let's recap real quick what we did today. We've got our new drone hub out here as we are working to stretch some of our capabilities. There's some cool stuff out here. There's a metals deposit. We've got a rare metals deposit. We actually got a couple of those. And we've got another concrete deposit out here that we can take a hold of as well. We fixed the evaporator setup. So we have a really cool design for our water evaporators, which takes advantage of the full capability. And we added 2 more GHG factories to help with our Martian colonization efforts. So we have quite a bit of greenhouse gases being pumped into the atmosphere at 12.57% on Sol 39, moving right along in our quest to terraform Mars. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. This has been Bristol Colony, episode 7 of Surviving Mars. I'm Commander Exorcist. Fly safe, take care, and I will see you out there. Good night, everyone.